In a tit-for-tat move today, Pakistan has bombed neighbouring Iran. It came a little more than 24 hours after Iran conducted missile strikes on terror groups in Pakistan. And this has led to fears that another war could break out at a time of the growing global war. But here on Gravitas, our question remains the same as last night. Can Pakistan really afford it? Can Pakistan really go against Iran, one of the world's most powerful weapons manufacturing countries? Is Pakistan ready to be hostile with 3 neighbours? And before we explore that, here's what happened so far. On Thursday, Pakistan said it used killer drones and rockets to strike militants inside Iran. The Iranian media said several missiles hit a village in the Sistan-Balochistan province that borders Pakistan. 9 people were killed in Pakistan's strikes, including 4 children. Pakistan described the strikes as a series of highly coordinated and specifically targeted precision military strikes against terror hideouts. Its foreign ministry said, and I'm quoting, a number of terrorists were killed during the intelligence-based operation. The sole objective of today's act was in pursuit of Pakistan's own security and national interest, which is paramount and cannot be compromised. So how did Tehran respond? Condemning the strikes, Tehran summoned Pakistan's most senior diplomat in Iran to ask for an explanation. Meanwhile, in Islamabad, a foreign ministry spokesperson said Pakistan's caretaker prime minister planned to cut short his visit to the World Economic Forum in Davos, given the situation back at home. According to reports, in fact, the Pakistani military is in a state of extremely high alert. It threatened that it would meet any misadventure from the Iranian side forcefully. But who were the targets of Pakistan's strikes? It was the Baloch Liberation Front, BLF, and its associated Baloch Liberation Army, BLA. The BLF is waging an armed insurgency against the Pakistani state. And why is that? It's because they want freedom from Pakistan, freedom from exploitation. They want greater regional autonomy in Balochistan. The region, after all, has seen decades of insurgency, rich in natural resources like natural gas, oil, copper, gold. Balochistan is one of the least developed provinces in Pakistan. They see Islamabad as an occupier, an exploiter of natural resources. And guess what? They raise the banner of revolt against China as well. That's right. They see Beijing as Islamabad's partner in exploiting their resources, and this is why they want China's BRI out. In fact, the BLF has launched attacks against Chinese citizens and investments in Balochistan. In a separate statement on Thursday, the BLF said it does not have any hideouts in Iran. They said that no BLF fighters had been killed in recent attacks. The BLA has not yet commented publicly on Pakistan's strikes on Iranian territory. Pakistan's retaliatory strikes on Iran came after Tehran attacked bases of another terror group, Jaish al-Adl. Although the 2 countries have had a rocky past, these strikes are the highest profile cross-border intrusions in recent years, and it comes amid growing worries about the instability in the region. The 2 neighbours had appeared to be improving ties with Iran's foreign minister and Pakistan's prime minister meeting at Davos this week. That was before the Iranian strikes on Pakistan. Pakistan's comments after the retaliatory strikes signal Islamabad's desire to keep the row contained. But analysts warn it could get out of hand. There are escalation fears. It's because amid the Israel-Hamas war, Iran has been flexing its muscle in the region. And this is even before the cross-border strikes on Pakistan. Late on Tuesday night, Tehran struck Islamic State sites and Iraq, where it said it had struck an Israeli spy center. Why Iran launched Tuesday's attack still remains unclear. But these strikes mean that both Pakistan and Iran have taken an extraordinary step of ignoring each other's national sovereignty. Which brings us to the question, can it afford to go against Iran? The Iranians, after all, are masters of asymmetric warfare. they have shown a penchant for building an array of weapon systems. It's mainly to counter the adversaries that are better funded and more heavily armed. Pakistan, in fact, has been ranked as the 9th strongest military globally. This is according to the latest assessment by the Global Firepower Index. Meanwhile, Iran holds the 14th rank. And between the two, Pakistan boasts of a formidable military. It has the Army, Air Force, Navy. They have 650,000 active duty personnel, over 1,000 warplanes, including the coveted American-made F-16s. They have submarines, patrol vessels. But Iranian armed forces, being the largest in West Asia in terms of active troops, Iran has 610,000 active duty personnel and an additional 350,000 trained personnel ready for mobilization, over 500 aircraft. 500 aircraft, including domestically produced Saigeh and older F-4 Phantoms. The Iranian Navy also has approximately 20,000 active duty personnel. It has a diverse fleet of 67 units, including frigates and submarines. And it's not just about what Pakistan has and does not have in its arsenal. The point is that the situation has come at a sensitive time for Pakistan. The country is still struggling with various challenges. It has a weak caretaker government, to say the least. Its economy is in shambles. And its Chief Justice says drugs and Kalashnikovs have destroyed the country. You heard that right. Let's tell you more about this. On Wednesday, the Pakistan Chief Justice lamented the state of affairs. He noted how Kalashnikovs have become part of everyday life in Pakistan, how the police looks the other way as people keep arms without licenses. He said Pakistan must get rid of the Kalashnikov culture. This is the state of Pakistan. Can it really afford to fight Iran when its own house is on fire? WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.